Welcome back. Before we get into the next segment, news just coming in has it that the former governor of Delta State, James Ijewere, is in Nigeria. I believe he arrived at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, this morning en route to Warri. Well, I don't know, but they said the SA media to Mr. Ijewere confirmed this to our crew on ground in Abuja. Well, he appeared in a court in the UK yesterday, South Horton Court, about
6 hours
confiscation of some of his property in the United Kingdom.
We'll get more details as you know,
Indeed.
the day goes by, and
we'll keep you posted.
Okay, we'll be talking about food now, and
you smile, you love food.
I have to stay healthy.
Okay.
My food is actually my medicine, so yes, you eat right, and
our guest will love you more for this.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, so we're talking about the impact of rising food prices and how worrisome it's been. The government now decided it was going to do something about it. They set up a task force to see how that
can bring down the prices.
Indeed, the National Bureau of Statistics put that. I'm trying to get those facts right. Says consumer price index has increased to 17.6% year on year as at August. In August, from 17.1% recorded in July of 2016. September of 2016. Also, inflation has reached double digits, standing at 18.3, or is it 18.5? Or thereabout, but it's above 18%. Now, worried by the spiraling cost of food in the country, the Federal Executive Council set up a food task force to examine ways to force down the prices. The committee is expected to report back to the council next week, after which concrete actions will be taken. But there are those who are concerned. Which areas would the committee be focusing on? Is it workable? I mean, the prices of food are determined by market forces. Or is it really market forces, or is it the individuals?
Okay, we have somebody in-house to answer some of those questions and see if he has other ideas as to how government can go about this. We have in the house the coordinator, Nigeria Agribusiness Group, Mr. Emmanuel Ijewere. Good to have you here this morning.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so there's a new task force. Prices of food, of course, we all know they're up there. How do we bring them down?
So can we bring them down?
You can bring down the price of foodstuff in the market. But to do that, you need to carry out a full diagnosis of what the problem is in the first place. Like during the presentation, you put it quite rightly, is the interplay between demand and supply. The demand in Nigeria is rising. The supply lately is rising, but it's rising at a cost. Analyzing food in Nigeria, you start, the production level is the farm. Most farms, the small villages, they prepare their farms through hard labor, actually using hoes and cutlasses. But even then, those people who are working the farm still buy other things in the market, which have been influenced by the exchange rates and so on and so forth. So the cost of actually living has gone up. Going beyond that, you go into commercial agriculture, the equipment that you use in the farm, the tractors and so on, the prices have gone up, the spare parts have gone up in price, and then you have to fuel them. The price of diesel has escalated. These are part of the costs. Then, after they have harvested, before even at the time of harvesting, their various farm hands are asking for more money because their cost of living has gone up, because other areas too have gone up. Then you have to transport the goods. All the vehicles, to the best of my knowledge, were made abroad, and their spare parts are imported. The price of that has gone up. The roads on which they travel are not very good, but worse still is the fact that the goods they are carrying suffer a lot of damages along the road because of the inefficiency in the system. I'll give an example. If your auntie from your village goes to Kano to go and buy a truckload of tomato for 100,000 naira, 40% of that tomato is lost. She will not sell it at the price of the 60%. She will sell it at the price of the 100% plus her profit. So she will want 120,000 for the 60%. Therefore, that price has gone up because of all this. I'm just saying that the accumulation of all these makes it almost an impossible task to force down the price of food. In actual fact, I would prefer to say that the word is not false. Put those things in place that will reduce these inefficiencies in the system. And again, you also have middlemen who come in and make their profit without adding any value. Because in all these costs you're talking about, what actually goes to the pocket of the farmer who made it all happen is so small and insignificant. So when you see your price at mile 12, it does not reflect what the person bought it from the farmer for. Very many people who go from Lagos and indeed the big cities to go and buy, they go to these farmers on the basis that the farmer himself is an illiterate, he has no preservation system. The moment his products are due for harvest, must harvest. And after harvesting, must sell because cannot afford to hold it. And people from Lagos and the big cities are smart. They go there when the farmer is most vulnerable and they buy at some cheap price. But that now allows the product to deteriorate, to push the farmer to sell at a very cheap price. At the end of the day, while he's buying it very cheaply, the losses suffered more than overcompensates for the losses suffered. So whatever task force is being put in place needs to sit down, analyze stage by stage. All right, let's look at Lagos. How many packing houses, that means that when the goods arrive in Lagos, is there a place where you keep them? If they were stored in the farm in the heat, they were transported in non-refrigerated vehicle in the heat, they arrive here in a terrible state, and they are now put in the market, already 30% have gone lost. Because of the time it takes between the selling and the time of arrival, another 30% is lost. All these ones must add back. It's a business, so it cannot be forced.